Welcome back to Tailor Tales. This is Commentary. I'm Ary, and we are on Caine Princess Road. Wait, road? We're not driving anywhere, as far as I knew, at least. As far as I know. Yeah, we just played chapter 12? Yeah, we got a CG, right. So we are now up to chapter 11. Oh yeah, did I say that I'm Ary and this is Commentary? Well, you know. You know. You are smart like that. You are smart like that. Oh, wow. I was a bit jump scared just now. Like, she looks like a banshee. And her hand is full of blood. Yeah, I'm also shocked. Chelsea's, wait, we are at the reunion party of Caine, right? Of his high school, I guess? Chelsea stands there with blood on her hands. It's streaming down between her legs as well. The smell is suddenly overwhelming. What in the world happened to you? I asked, starting to panic at the sight of her. Just don't tell him, she says in a shaky voice. We need to call an ambulance. Hang on, I take my cell phone out of my purse. Oh, don't look at me like that. Dude, I'm actually scared now. Like, dude, like she even got blood on both hands. But suddenly, Chelsea reaches out for my hands to stop me. Her bloody fingers wrap around my arm. Yeah? No, please. Then everyone would know. She sounds genuinely frightened. No ambulance. You're bleeding. Where is it coming from? Where are you hurt? Chelsea releases my arm and steps away from me. Her legs and arms are shivering violently. I don't know. I just got these horrible cramps and... Is she having a miscarriage right now? Chelsea squeezes her eyes closed and doubles over in pain, dropping towards the floor. I quickly catch her and support her body. Okay, you definitely need to go to the hospital. I'm getting you out of here. Even though Chelsea barely has any strength left to stay on her feet, she still uses all of her willpower to force herself to talk. No, I don't want anyone to see me like this, please. Tears start streaming down her face. As Chelsea lifelessly hangs onto my arm, her legs and hands covered in blood, I can only suspect she's delirious. You are obviously hurt. You need to go to the hospital. Is there like a back door? Like, I will make Caine carry you out, I don't care. Chelsea shakes her head. No one can see. No one can see. Even though her request is stupid and we should be calling an ambulance straight away, I take in a deep breath and nod at her. She doesn't want anyone to see her like this. Alright, fine, I can respect that. Okay, will you go to the hospital if I smuggle you out without anyone seeing you? Chelsea uses all her energy to nod at me. Alright, I will get you out. I let Chelsea hang on to me as I reach for my cell phone for a second time. No, don't, she says weakly when she sees me dialing a number. Don't worry, it's not an ambulance. The phone rings a few times before the cab driver picks up. I give the driver the instruction to pick us up ASAP. After that, I dial another number. Caine picks up after a few rings.
Huh?
Ary, are you stuck in the bathroom or something? Listen to me very carefully. Something came up.
Oh.
What's wrong? I can barely hear you. I need to get out of the bathroom without anyone seeing me. Do you think you can cause a distraction around you so that all eyes are on you?
Huh?
What the hell are you talking about? I'm coming in. No, just please, I need you to make sure no one's looking at the bathroom. I don't understand. Just cause a distraction. It's important. Someone's hurt. I will meet you outside, alright?
Huh?
Wait, did you say someone's hurt? I'll tell you later. For now, please just get people away from the bathroom. Fine. Caine hangs up the phone. I stare at the black of the screen mindlessly. What am I getting myself into? Chelsea really doesn't look great, still shaking on her bloodied legs. Let's wash your hands, at least. We'll be out of here soon. I manage to turn Chelsea around and guide her to the slings. Weakly, she rinses the blood from her hands. Suddenly, I hear a commotion outside, with people hollering and cheering. Oh, Caine's done something. Sorry. Come on, Chelsea, let's move. I swing her arm around my neck and drag her out of the bathroom. Do we get to know what's happening outside? Looking around to see if the coast is clear, I notice everyone moved away from the bathroom and are looking at something on the dance floor. The crowd is cheering and yelling, some laughing over there, here and there. Wait, did he challenge Thomas and they're fighting? All I can think of is good luck, Caine. I drag Chelsea towards the exit as discreetly as possible. Since everyone's eyes are on the dance floor, no one spots us. We wait outside on the curb. The taxi can't come here soon enough. Caine isn't here yet either. Chelsea is barely hanging on, half conscious by now. I'm scared she's going to pass out, or that something worse will happen. A long silent minute passes. My anxiety is growing worse. Then I hear a flurry of footsteps behind me. I see Caine running my way. Ary! He calls out. He jogs to us, then studies Chelsea, who is draped on my side. What's going on? I don't know. I found her like this. She's bleeding. Caine finally notices the blood and he jerks away in shock. Holy fuck. I called a taxi. Call a damn ambulance, you mean? No. No ambulance. She doesn't want to. The fuck is wrong with you? You need to visit the hospital. Caine berates her. Yeah, Chelsea is hurt. She doesn't need you yelling at her right now. Berate her later. Chelsea is hurt. She doesn't need you yelling at her right now. Caine shuts his mouth, unable to argue with my logic. Fine. For a brief moment, no one speaks. The music in the club continues playing. People inside are unaware of our situation. I'm not getting Thomas for you. What do you mean? Well, you wanted a distraction, so I created one. I run my hand through my hair, frazzled at what's happening. My brain is getting overloaded with information. I don't have the energy to think about what Caine might have done in the club when I've got half-dead Chelsea on my arm. Thankfully, the taxi finally pulls up to the curb. Come on, let's get you to the hospital. Caine, can you help me, will you? Caine goes to the other side, and with his help we lift Chelsea up and get her inside the taxi. We're finally at the ER. Chelsea is perched on top of the bed, being examined by a doctor. Should we not? Like, we shouldn't be in this room, I think. You know, like we're not close relatives or anything. Can you tell me where it hurts? He asks Chelsea. Chelsea points at her stomach. Alright, lie down, please. Caine and I keep quiet as the doctor examines her. When the doctor asks Chelsea to lift up her dress, I grab Caine's arm. Time to give her some privacy. Caine nods and we both step away from the bed and out of the room. We sit down on one of the benches in silence. This is not what I expected my evening with Caine to end, in a hospital, with a girl that bullied him in the room behind me. What's more surprising is that I actually helped her out, even though we don't exactly have the best track record with each other. Where she was bleeding, of course you would help someone. What do you think is wrong with her? Asked Caine after a while. I'm not sure. I think maybe it has something to do with her period? Do girls really bleed that much? I mean, some of them. Sometimes. But I don't think it's supposed to be like that. Holy hell, that's just freaky. Caine shivers at the thought. She kept telling me not to tell Thomas though. I wonder what that was all about. I look up at the fluorescent lights and take in a deep breath. This has been rather hectic. Bringing Chelsea here and now waiting for her, I feel like I need a distraction so I can calm my nerves. Caine? Caine turns towards me. What did you do? In the club, I mean. He suddenly looks scared. Sheepishly, he rubs the back of his neck. He mutters something under his breath, but I'm unable to hear it. What? Say that again. I lean in closer. Nothing. Just dumped a drink on some dick, that's all. The crowd was way bigger than just randomly spilling a drink on some guy, though. You dumped it on Thomas, didn't you? Maybe. I suddenly feel a little lighter. I gave Caine a little tap on his shoulder with my hand, grinning at him. No way, I don't believe you. I did. Not one, but two, he says eagerly. How did you even get out alive? I'm really good at running away. I chuckle at him. That's nothing to brag about, silly. We share a laugh together, easing the tension in the air. You're full of surprises today, Caine. Why is that? Because I tossed a drink over an asshole? Yeah, I reply honestly. I didn't think you had it in you. Caine simply huffs at me, pretending to act cool out of the sudden. He remains quiet, as do I. We stare at doctors passing us by, back and forth, still anxiously waiting for any news about Chelsea. A deep sigh alerts me from my thoughts. Didn't think I had the guts to do it either, Caine admits solemnly. Dreamed of it, sure. Fantasized about even worse things I could do to them. His eyes flicker back to mine. But actually do it? Nah. What changed? I slide my hair back behind my neck, looking over at Caine. I don't know. Maybe because you asked. Me? I'm surprised he'd attribute his newfound courage to me. I didn't do anything. Yeah, you. Caine rolls his eyes at me. I didn't specifically tell you to dump drinks on anyone, though. That doesn't matter. Caine shoots me a cocky grin. He lowers his eyes to gaze at the hands resting on his lap. He takes a small breath. It feels nice to have someone depend on you, he says softly. His quiet admission that he likes it when I ask him for help has me feeling a little bashful. But seriously though, give me a heads up next time. I had no idea what was going on. For all I know, someone got murdered and I was helping you cover it up. Do you think seriously I could murder someone? I don't think she said she kills anyone. Do you seriously think I could murder someone? Hell if I know. You've got steroid strength. Chasing people, tackling them. You're not normal. Offended, I turn my head away from him. That doesn't mean I go around killing people. Jeez. You do have a habit of sticking your nose into places where it doesn't belong. Ouch. Truth hurts. Yeah, well, I didn't. If I didn't, Chelsea would still be alone in the bathroom. For that matter, I wouldn't be here in the first place. You wouldn't have a date for the reunion. I huff at him. So you should be grateful that I'm a nosy person. Suddenly Caine shifts his weight. His shoulders bump into mine. His red hair tickles my cheek. Thanks, he mumbles. My insides feel like syrup all of a sudden. For coming tonight. My breath gets stuck in my throat. My fear and anxiety about our current situation is replaced by another nervous feeling. A more light-hearted warmth covers my body. I clear my throat. No problem. The door suddenly opens and the doctor walks out. Both Caine and I jump from our seats. How's Chelsea? I immediately ask. She's stable. Luckily, everything passed without any complications. She's still shaken and a little lethargic from blood loss, the doctor explains. She will need a ride home, the doctor continues. What happened, though? The doctor takes in a deep breath. Your friend had a miscarriage. It's pretty common for pregnancies to end up in miscarriage in the first 3 months. Most women don't even notice they were pregnant in the first place. Caine and I give each other a worried look. Chelsea was pregnant. But like I said, everything seemed to pass without any complications, so there's nothing we can treat her for. She just needs to rest. But the doctor smiled at us, and maybe a friend near her for support in this difficult time. I remain quiet. I know I'm not Chelsea's friend, and neither is Caine. Yet, here we are. She can take her time getting ready to leave. If you have any further questions, you can call any of the nurses around here. The doctor bids his goodbye and walks away. So I was right. Caine arches both his eyebrows at me as soon as we're alone. What do we even do here? I guess the decent thing to do is check up on her and take her home. Caine and I enter the room again. Chelsea is sitting upright in the bed, her legs dangling above the floor. Her hands are lying at her lap with her eyes fixated on them. Then she notices us entering the room. She looks up in shock. I know I don't like her, and she's been nothing but rude to me, and Caine both, but seeing her all broken like this, I push our differences aside. How are you feeling? I asked, breaking the silence between all of us. Like hell. Chelsea wipes away some of her eyeliner that's run down on her face. She then puts up a tough act. The both of you better not blab your mouths to anyone about this. Caine glares at her. Like I even want to get involved in this mess. You and Thomas can do whatever you want. Chelsea flinches when she hears the name Thomas and suddenly grows quiet. Don't tell him, okay? She asks in a worried tone. Did he know? That you were pregnant, I mean. Chelsea shakes her head. If he knew, he'd... Chelsea stopped, her voice getting caught in her throat. He'd what? Nothing. She says, wiping away a tear from her eye. It's nothing. I'm beginning to believe there's a whole lot of something going on alright, but Chelsea simply doesn't want to say it. It's not like we are best friends that share secrets or anything, so I can understand her apprehension. Just promise me you won't tell anyone about this. Caine crosses his arms over his chest and turns around. Whatever. Chelsea looks up at me with those panda-like eyes. I can't say no to her. I won't tell anyone, I assure her. So let's call a truce for now and take you home. A ringtone suddenly goes off in the room. It's coming from Chelsea's purse. Slowly she fishes her phone and checks the screen to see who's calling. Even I can tell from here that it says Thomas on the call ID. Chelsea stiffens, her face paling at the eerie white. The ringtone continues to play as Chelsea stares at her phone with dead eyes. However, it's Caine that swiftly presses the red button on her phone, rejecting Thomas' call. What are you doing? What you were thinking of doing, duh? Wait, that sounded wrong. What you were thinking of doing, duh? Frantically, Chelsea starts tapping on her screen. I can't hang up on him. He'll... What, beat you? Like, come on. This seems to be a really toxic relationship. She can't even tell him that she was pregnant. Chelsea lowers her arms and slips the phone back into her purse, seemingly defeated. Never mind. What's done is done. Clearly, there's something Chelsea doesn't want to talk about. Come on, let's get you home. Chelsea finally slips off the bed and fixes her hair. It's strange to see her fixing her appearance when her makeup is smeared and her dress is bloodied, but I guess she just needs to try and feel a little normal right now. We all leave the hospital together. Once Chelsea has been dropped off at home, we take the taxi back to my house. Caine's clothes are still here, so he tagged along as well. His clothes are haphazardly thrown across my crafting table. I sit down in my chair, kicking off my high heels with a deep sigh. This is not how I planned our evening to end. The mood feels heavy. You think Chelsea was hiding something? The way she was acting, you mean? Yeah, it was suspicious. Who knows? Maybe it wasn't Thomas who got her pregnant, he says flippantly. I want to berate Caine for saying something so crude, but I can't say that it doesn't make a little bit of sense. Not wanting to let Thomas know about the miscarriage, she may have been seeing another man behind his back. On the other hand, we don't know the whole story. It's not like those two have any sorts of morals, you know. That's rich coming from a thief. That's different. Anyways, I'm gonna change. Can you know... Caine wags his finger into a circle, indicating he wishes for me to turn around. You saw me naked today, it's only fair if I get to see you too. I mean, I kinda wanna say it. I mean, in real life I wouldn't, but like, it's kind of funny. Like, he would just say no, but whatever. You saw me naked today, it's only fair if I get to see you too, I ask with a grin, trying to lighten the heavy mood. Caine does not look amused, simply putting a hand on his hip and staring at me with half-open eyes. What? Can't I make a joke? I huff and then turn around in my chair, facing the computer. Behind me I can hear Caine stripping down. You can keep the clothes, by the way. Why? Can't you sell them? I can't help but chuckle at the prospect of selling men's clothes in Beauty Beast. We mostly sell women's clothes. Besides, those are custom tailored for you. Keep them. Okay, well then I wanna make the joke. You should keep them. Speaking of gifts, I touch the earrings that I'm wearing. The ones Caine gave me. You want the earrings back? Caine is suddenly all dressed in his regular clothes and standing next to me. No. His eyes are stare intensely into mine. They're a gift. Suddenly, I'm starting to feel a little bashful with him so close, staring down at me. I look down at my desk. Okay. Thanks. You made them, right? They're really cute. Not knowing how to handle compliments, Caine simply turns around and leans against the edge of the desk. I can see the bracelets he wears on his wrists. They also look handmade. They look nice on you, he mumbles in a quiet voice. Immediately my heart leaps into my throat. I feel like I'm choking on air. Compliment? From Caine? I stare up at him, noticing Caine is looking away from me. Dress, he says quietly. Huh? The dress too, he huffs, embarrassed. Looks nice on you. A burning prickle of fire spreads across my face. I'm instantly aflame with red complexion. I look away to hide my blush. What a sneak attack. I didn't expect Caine to ever say something like that. My heart is actually racing. It doesn't help that I'm instantly reminded of where Caine's eyes went when we were dancing together, making me turn even redder. Oh god, this blush won't stop. Grandma told me you should always compliment your date. I know your grandma told you. So that means you probably didn't have like parents to keep you as a child. I know you're not a real date or anything, but sorry for not saying anything sooner. I fan my face, trying my best to avoid looking at Caine, willing my blush to go away. Thanks. Caine seems obviously oblivious to my predicament, staring out in front of him. A silence stretches out between us, as I manage to get a better control over my own face, the blush fading away. Caine brings his hand up to his face, then pushes it through his hair, taking a deep breath. This is not what I had in mind when I went to the reunion today. I don't think anyone could have foreseen what transpired today. What were you expecting instead? I asked him. I don't know. I wanted them to know that... Caine struggles to find the right words. I spin my chair so I face him directly, looking up at historic figures. I hold my tongue this time. I wanted to prove them wrong, he finally says. His cyan eyes flicker down to mine. There's a loneliness in them that he's always desperate to hide. He then tears his eyes away, looking straight ahead. His eyebrows are lowered as he tenses up just the slightest bit. That what they said about me is not true. Doesn't matter what they say. Quietly, I reach out and cover his hand with mine. Caine immediately flinches and looks down at me. I give him a comforting smile in return. Shyly, he averts his gaze once more, preferring to look down at the floor instead, but I can feel his hand inching closer to mine, our skin touching even more. My heart suddenly aches for him. Caine looks up at the ceiling, letting out a self-deprecating huff. Well, it doesn't matter. In the end, they've got their own problems, their own set of issues. It's not like they even think about me at all. So what the hell am I trying so hard for? Yeah, I agree. You shouldn't try so hard for people that don't even like you. Pay more attention to the people that do like you. Caine removes his hand from mine as he pushes himself away from the desk, sauntering towards the middle of the room. Well, that's the issue, isn't it? He says sarcastically. He flicks his head back, shooting me a painful and forlorn look. It's not like there's anyone that likes me in the first place. He forces a smile. I even had to beg you to come with me to show everyone how not pathetic I am. In that moment, I have a sense of clarity. After tonight, I'm sure of it now. I enjoy being around Caine. There's more to him that meets the eye. In fact, I want to get to know him better. I actually want to spend time with him. Yes, I nod my head at him. You did have to force me to come with you. Caine stuffs his hand in his pockets. A case in point. And you are a real pain in the butt to be around sometimes, I admit. You even steal jewelry. Caine grits his teeth at me. Thank you for that great assessment. Why don't you kick me while I'm down some more? He bites sarcastically. I stick up my nose at him. And you have a real foul mouth. Sometimes you swear like a sailor. What's your fucking point? But you can also be surprisingly soft and gentle at times. Today, you even showed some courage. Caine's eyes widen and he immediately doesn't know what to do with himself. Once more, he's unable to handle compliments. Insults? That's something that rolls off his back, but when people say genuinely nice things to him, he has no idea how to act. It's rather adorable, the way he's still so naive. So, don't be a grump and say that there's no one out there that likes you. Because I do. I think you're interesting and... This is starting to feel a lot like a confession. And I'd like for us to be friends. I finish quickly. I can feel my cheeks getting warmer. That sounded too much like a romantic confession, which is stupid. I'm just saying I would like to be friends with Caine. And Caine isn't answering. And this turned off kind of awkward really fast. I shifted my seat. Come on, at least say something. Don't leave me hanging. Stupid. He stutters. Who goes around asking people to be friends? Only stupid people do. Caine's face is a deep shade of red. Oh no, I can't handle it. It's contagious. If it's so stupid, then why are you blushing, huh? I point out, ignoring the fact that I'm turning red as well. Caine points an accusing finger at me. Dad! You are too. Turn away from— You're even redder! You're even redder! You're redder! You started! Caine's right. This is stupid. I can't believe I'm embarrassed right now. Shut up! The embarrassing stuff you say is so stupid. He grumbles, then turns around. He grabs the clothes he took off and quickly walks up to the door. I'm leaving. What? Don't just leave. How rude. But Caine has already opened the door and fled the room. Caine! I yell after him. I slump back into my seat, sighing deeply. After a while, the color of my cheek finally turns back to normal. I don't know what just happened, but it was definitely too much for one night. Going to the reunion with Caine, dancing with him, finding out he's a little pervert, sticking up for me when someone else commented on my looks, saying I looked nice in my dress. I dropped my head against my desk. If it weren't for Chelsea, how would this night have ended? Very differently, I can tell you. Also, was he doubly embarrassed because he thought this might actually be a confession, or is he just so deep in his own ass that he cannot even fathom someone liking him romantically? Or even as a friend, like that's even a lower bar, right? So I don't know. I sit there, pondering my own thoughts for a while when I get jolted by my own phone going off. I got a text message. When I check it, I see I got a text message from Caine. Just seeing his name on my phone makes me feel giddy, yet nervous at the same time. What does he want to tell me? Stupid. Wow. I groan loudly, getting my hopes up for no reason. I turn on my computer to check my email and stuff before heading to bed. Surprisingly, even though I was expecting some hate mail from the troll, my inbox is relatively empty. No sign of the troll. Huh. I guess today the troll took a break. Is this like supposed to make me like suspicious of Caine? Because I'm not. Yeah, well, that was the episode. We know what happened to Chelsea now. And yeah, see you next time. Bye!